I'm going to do my trade builds, and what I want to do first is go through and select anything that's a high priority for me as a day trade, or I honestly may do a few overnight holds with puts based off of the way the charts are. Obviously, I have to see how Monday is confirming, but it does look like we're headed down a little bit further before we can put in another bottom and maybe try to get some kind of rally. That's not 100%, but it's about 80%, 85% based off of my technicals, I would say. Okay, so I may. So what I want to do now is just look for anything that's 3 arrows up or 3 arrows down. Amazon clearly in a situation that looks like it may go down a little bit further, so I'll take another look at that one. I will trade these just about every day as a day trade, so I put those as the bright green, and then I'll come back and try to determine if I'll do a little bit more. With the diamonds, I'm debating, but I may do something with the diamonds on the downside. I'll go back and turn this pink or whatever color. I do like to trade gold and silver on day trades. We know, you've watched me before, gold is about a 3 or 4 minute trade at the open. It usually gaps up and then it stays up pretty much. So unless you're in the position, it's really hard unless it's a day that it's really moving. I do have some BHP, not concerns, but alert, because it looks like we've got some earnings playing up on these two. These have already reported, so we'll have to go back in and get their new dates in the next week or so. I think that's the only ones right now that I want to watch for this one. FCX, GG looks like it may set up pretty well to hold solidly for me, and SLW, so I may do something with that. So let me just do my 3 arrows up and my 3 arrows down to get my top priorities. There is a lot that looks like I could trade this week. FCX, I'll probably pull day trades out of that. I'm just looking for 3 arrows up or 3 arrows down, meaning it, 3 arrows saying bullish or 3 arrows showing me bearish. There's no reason for me to jump in to anything that hasn't set up properly. MCP may have found a bottom at some point unless it follows the market a little bit more. So it's just been beaten up terribly. NTAP, NetApp. Will I short oil again this week? No, probably not. I will watch Joy G, that we've got some earnings coming up with that one. So lots of trades for me to watch for this week. So let me go back up and take a look at what I'm looking at. So with Apple, I'm going to pull the Apple chart up, take a peek at it. You could pull the Pit Trades directional chart up, which would be better. I have an issue with Java charts with GoToWebinar, and I had already started this before I started running my fat mouth, before I had that Pit Trades directional chart up. So if it were me, I'd probably pull the Pit Trades directional chart. I'm going to do another video and show you guys a couple of things. I'm going to make sure you understand how to do some things to preserve capital. I'm going to do a class on stops. With Apple, we've got this, I believe the next major is right here at 353. Major's at 353.49, 353.49. So it's somewhere along in here, and it's there for a reason. Because if you can see, I really miss my Options Express charts. I believe we've got a retrace still coming with Apple to hit this major right here. And that would have it do this, if you guys watch triple bottoms, that type of thing, you can see where it may go. It's already breached below the 50 moving day average, which is another moving day average that the herd watches. So I probably would do that. As far as doing a day trade, I'm not sure I would hold it overnight. Amazon, it looks to me like I would hold that overnight as for a puts play. So I better go in and turn it this color, because I would hold my puts play overnight. Baidu, I won't. Netflix, I probably won't. Cat and Deer, I mentioned that I probably would, and I may with the diamonds. I may do a 1 to 4 night hold with the diamonds, puts, based off Monday. This can change This could change. So overnight, I should do this to 1 to 4. I probably would do a 1 to 4 on the puts with cat. Remember the market behavior. This one would be, we have earnings on Wednesday, so it might be ahead of and after earnings. I'm not going to hold over earnings. I made that mistake this week. I had planned to be out of my HPQ, and they reported during hours instead of as stated that they were going to do it after hours. They didn't ask me if they could go ahead and report. Wasn't that rude? X, I'll probably continue on the puts. I believe that thing's headed back to about 20 bucks. I don't know how long it will take, but I'm not sure I'd hold GG or SLW yet. Joy G, we don't have earnings this week, so I'll probably watch that one. NetApp, this is a 1 to 4 night hold, so I probably would look for a puts position. Oops, if that confirms. I don't think I do that one. Okay, so to do my contingencies, it's pretty simple. I can go in and do my contingencies based off of my numbers that I have. So I'm going to go ahead and put this row in to short it. This is pretty much, like I said, this is about a 99% accuracy. So if it's at 356.03, I'm going to make it work harder for me to get into this trade. So instead of 30 cents, I'll probably do 40 cents, and that would make it 356.43. So if it's over 356.43, I'd go long with screens. If I can't see my screens, I won't. If I want to short it, I'm going to take 50 cents off of that, and that'll make that 355.03. I believe it's headed back toward this 353. So it'd be 355.53, and I would do that on a contingency with screens only for calls. Okay, because I have to know. Amazon, I would go long again, screens only. This one had a bullish, these are bearish. I'm not sure I'd hold Netflix. People have a tendency to jump in on Netflix for no reason, or on news. And you got to remember, these guys all stay in the news, so they can trump anything I place on here at any time. So Amazon, I'll do 178.93. I want to add 30 cents to that, makes it 179.23, and another 30 cents makes it 179.33. And really, I'd like to see it break above this right here, this 41 to 51. So I probably won't go long unless it's up at 179.57 with screens for calls. Okay, but I may do a short on it at 178.43, and I probably would hold that. Okay, Baidu, and some of these may confirm Monday for me. I'm just adding 40 cents. That's all I'm doing. 40 cents and taking off 50 cents on the put side. That's all I'm doing, guys. It's that simple in this condition. Normally I do 30. Sometimes I do less on certain tickers, but on most of these tickers it's going to be 40 cents and 50 cents for the others. Now I may do cat on 40 cents or 45. So I won't make you sit here and watch me do the rest of these. It's just a 40-50. That's my formula today for this week, is a 40-50. But I have very tight stops. You saw me stop out with 10 cents instead of my normal 40 cents with Amazon, because it clearly stopped me out while I was gone, and that's what I wanted. I knew if I wasn't here to manage the trade, I didn't want to be in it. So if it stopped me out, so be it. I'd rather lose the 20 bucks or 50 bucks on a 5 lot than lose 500 on a trade. So put those tight stops in, please, and you should see a difference. Okay?